So it's September 11th today. And if you want to know my story of where I was on September 11th, sleeping. I worked, I think I worked like 3 to 11 or some shit like that at the local bar and grill. I was the dishwasher, and so I was sleeping. I didn't know anything about it until I heard Opie and Anthony talking about it on the radio driving into work. And then I sat at the bar for about 2 hours. Nobody came into the place, and then they sent us home. That was my day. And then I did nothing but watch news with my girlfriend and my roommate for the rest of the night. There you go. That's my fucking 9/11 story. But I figured on the day that we remember that a tragedy happened, I wish we would remember like all of the togetherness and unity and Americana that we had for the like good solid 2 months after that, but whatever. But I figured on this day of mourning, this day of remembrance, I would tell the story of a different tragedy, the life and death of Jessie Whiteboard.
Who run Bartertown?
You know who.
You know him, you love him. He's
So, Jessie's kind of a sad story. Alright, here's the thing. Back in the day, I wasn't such a hard-hitting journalist. People still thought I was, which was very funny to me. But I used to fuck around with all the goofy YouTubers like everybody else did a couple of years ago. I used to fuck with Riley and Milo or Cube, whatever the fuck he goes by now. I don't know. And Cat Black and all of them. And every once in a while I peek back at the goofies, for the odd video here and there. But I used to do that shit all the time. And I realize it's just gross and I don't like doing it because it's like the drama. They're all part of the drama too. Like, it's just, dude, it turns into a whole fucking thing. So, I gave it up years ago. But, back in the day, I used to do that shit a lot. And it was fun in the beginning. It got to be very annoying. But, back in the beginning, it was very fun. There was this guy, Ghazi Kudzu or something like that. I don't know. It was Black Hitler. For those of you in the know, I'm sure a lot of you remember. Black Hitler. Ghazi, what's his fucking name? Whatever the fuck. So, Ghazi did this video just shitting on white people. I don't even remember what it was. It was so many years ago now. But he just did a video shitting on white people. And I'm like, alright, so I thought it was funny. The reason I thought it was funny is because he had this white dude standing slightly off the side behind him. And his only purpose to be there was so that Ghazi could point to him very femininely, right? And he would go, Jessie? And then Jessie would go, oh yeah, that's right. Like, Jessie just agreed with everything that he said. And he was saying the most ridiculous shit. And I'm like, so I thought it was hysterical, and I think in the course of the video, I said, this is bullshit. I said, I want to be able to buy my own white man, and have him stand there and agree with me to every goddamn thing I say. And I had already bought the whiteboard, so I got somebody to sell me Jessie, and I put him on the whiteboard. And there he is. And I would bring Jessie out, like, every once in a while, just for goofy reasons, really. Like, Jessie was, at first, he was the anti-white, racist against white guy. Like, he would always come out in those videos. And I would always toss to Jessie. And Jessie would comment like that. And it was fun. Everybody loved Jessie. And Jessie even has his own Twitter. It's Jessie Whiteboard. I use Jesse's Twitter for like whenever I do contests, which I gotta tell you, in a couple of months, I will probably know whether or not I can start doing. I can do like the second season of art giveaways. So, and I now have a lot of people outside of the continental U.S. I'll have to crunch the numbers and see what that kind of shit's gonna cost. But it's possible you guys could be included in this sort of thing. So we'll see where it goes. I don't know how much it would cost to send something to fucking Australia. But so anyways, what the fuck was I talking about? So Jesse would come out for the racist stuff. He was the racist guy. He was my co-host for racism. And then I don't know why, but for some reason I was doing a video that was like, it was like some sort of weird gay thing. I don't remember what it was. And so I brought Jesse on because it was sexy talk. So then Jesse became my sexy talk guy, and he would sit there and say weird shit like that. And then, you know, it was just always funny to have Jesse on for that kind of shit. Of course, the crowd loved it. Everybody loves Jesse. Anyways, so, yeah. And then, after a while, the whole Kekistan thing started. And it went so many different directions. When Kek, like, really hit the fucking scene, man, there was 50 different memes, and it was like, everybody picked one and ran with it, and then just groups went that direction with it. There were some crazy people that were talking about how this was meme magic, and Kek was an ancient Egyptian god. It was a frog god. So, of course, Pepe is, you know, and like they were doing this weird conspiracy thing that went wild fucking directions. And everybody started doing the whole the Kekistan thing is Nazis because white supremacists, they like it because they think it's funny. And I'm like, well, of course they think it's funny. They think you're crazy like all the rest of us. Just because they think you're crazy and we think you're crazy, that doesn't mean that we don't think they're crazy too. So, right? But, of course, it gets on to the news. But anyways, through the whole thing, I fucked with another chick that was really out there. I cannot remember what her name was. But, oh my God, she was crazy. She very much didn't like Jewish people. She had a big thing against Jews. Like, she really didn't like the Jews. And she had a YouTube channel. And it was funny. Every time YouTube would take away her channel, she would put up another channel, but she would just number it one higher. So it was like, you know, 5. Like, I started following her at 3. And by the time she actually quit YouTube for good, I think she would have been starting channel 9. Or something like that. Like, they took down her 8th one, and that was it for her. And I'm like, wow, okay. So, I don't know. She was fucking nuts. And I thought she was hysterical. And she did this video talking about meme magic, right? So I got this funny idea in my head. That I would do a thing where it was like YouTubers were getting kidnapped and taken to a different, like a pocket dimension by Kek, who had possessed Jesse. So the frog god Kek possessed Jesse. And Jesse, Kek, took me hostage with all the other YouTubers. And he was forcing us to make funny videos and memes. I actually did it. I did. I think the playlist is still up. I'm pretty sure it's still public. But it's like the fucking Kekistan saga or something like that. I don't fucking remember. But there's a playlist in there that if you watch it in order, it gets pretty out there. And you get to see my butt. So, you know, I'm just throwing that out there for those who are interested. But it's not like my butt a whole lot. It's just one scene. It's very funny. But, yeah. So, Jesse was possessed by Kek, and Keck was forcing me to work. Even during the course of the week that I was doing this gag, Mr. Hurtful sent me like a tag thing, like a video tag. So he tagged me in on show how you work, like show yourself editing a video and all that sort of thing. And I was like, that's perfect. So through the course of the video, like I have in there, filming, and then it's me filming, like I show the video of me actually filming the video, and then it's, I do that the whole thing, and then it's like arguing with Keck, and it's like me fucking arguing with Keck. Jessie. So, it was a very funny bit. It went on for a week. I think a week was too long. There was a point where I didn't know how I was going to end it, and I didn't want it to go on forever. It easily could have gone on forever. I easily could still be doing that shit, but no, I didn't want to do it forever. I didn't want to do it any longer than a week. I didn't know how to end it, so I just killed Jessie. And that's how Jessie died. I punched him and went, and he died. And for whatever reason, that somehow blasted all of my clothes off except for my socks. Quite a forceful punch. But Jessie came back quickly as a ghost. And that is the horrible secret that didn't get uncovered until I moved and had to come up with a lower portion for Jessie's body. And I thought a ghost would be funny because I killed Jessie. So, yeah. And at one point, I needed for Jessie to have a USGS certification. I don't remember if it was an earthquake or what the fuck it was, but it was a geological something, and I wanted everybody to fucking absolutely just believe that my word was goddamn law on what I was saying. So, Jessie signed up for the USGS, so he is now a member of the USGS. I don't know if you can see it at this angle, but yeah, there's Jessie's USGS certification and his law degree. I needed a white man to be able to agree with me and have credentials for USGS and law. He is a Renaissance man, and he's fucking dead. And still wearing a shirt. But at least you're not wearing the collar and the chain anymore, Jessie. There was a time when Jessie was wearing a collar and a chain. That was a weird time for me. We're not going to discuss it. Sometimes you got to chain a bitch up. But anyways, so, yeah. That's the story of Jessie. He's a white man I bought to agree with me that was possessed by the frog god Keck, and I killed him to escape the pocket dimension that Keck was keeping the YouTubers in. And it was technically never resolved as to whether or not anybody else actually escaped. And it's technically not really actually resolved as to whether or not I escaped. But anyways, we can assume whatever we want. That's the fun thing about it. For those of you who are wondering, Keck, when he was banished from Jessie's corpse, he possessed the black screen that I use for whenever I black something out that has a gray stripe down it for whatever fucking reason. I pulled that from Google image search. I said black screen, and I found a black screen, and I went awesome, and I saved it, and then when I use it, it's got a gray line. So that became a character. Keck possessed the gray line. In my eyes, because it was you guys as a character, for a sentient being, the spirit of being. Fractal, the sentient. Every once in a while will flash up text on the screen. They have 3 different colors. It's red, white, and blue. For whatever reason, Keck's game show host. He's always on everybody's side. You can do it, you can... Is not only a very small little girl, the more emotional response. Of almost all of the characters that are on the show, you've got Jessie Whiteboard, poor deceased Jessie, had to do it. It was self-defense, and yeah, the spirit. The contest master. I'm not crazy. I'm really, really not. I just get really, really bored sometimes and just start letting my brain wander. And things like Jessie are born. That's how it works. Don't ask me to explain it.